Okay, hello everyone. Hopefully you can hear me nice and easily and that you can see my screen really well. I suppose there's going to be one of those ones where you get a fair bit of information, but luckily enough, it's just a reduce rules of what you've already been doing. So, okay, that's good to hear. So you can hear me pretty well. So the chart in front of you is a result of all those questions like the what if and is it above, is it in the right zone, is the orange line above it, because these are the questions. If anything is posted, it's usually about those. There'll be some confusion, etc. Okay, and sometimes even though having a river there, sometimes it's a limitation and causes resistance with us. So the charts you see are riverless. It doesn't mean the river doesn't drive it. It just means rather than showing it, because with the rules and to confirm a vertical line, because it's really all we need, because for the software it can see the river, it can see times set up to 7 times higher time frame, so it can see everything I asked you. So I don't need you to do that part anymore, because I can see that's a bit of a sticking point, or a place we can get stuck, a place that can cause us to ask a lot of questions that are not relevant. Okay, so I have given you some things instead of the river. Obviously, you can see the shading in window 1. Okay, and windows 2, 3, and 4, and 5 still have the shadings. Okay, they're split up a little bit different now. Okay, we'll go through the rules very shortly, but let me introduce some of the other stars of tonight's show, the diamonds. Okay, so I otherwise show and allow you to be assisted by the diamonds. What's a good time to enter? What's a good time to take profit? So now you'll actually see 3 types of diamonds. Okay, and the current high diamond or the current low diamond, low red, will always have a dotted white line. That does not change. Okay, so if you've got a confirmed VL, vertical line, and it hasn't reached its current high, say it's a blue vertical line, it must, if it's a confirmed blue VL, it must get a blue diamond with a white dotted line. Otherwise, what's the use of knowing that? Is it confirmed VL? So the whole reason why we confirm a VL is it tells us all the important information. Okay, the confirmed VL confirms that that red diamond that's joined by a white line that has a dotted white line on its previous one, right? So for that current red low to be confirmed, it needed to come from a blue. Okay, so when you get a vertical line drawn, it actually indicates that the software believes that could be definitely the current low red diamond. It just needs to be confirmed. That means it needs to have additional information from some of the other software. Okay, the other software is provided in the format of shadings. Okay, so we all know window 2 is really a reflection of all the different time frame diamonds. Yes, so I really wouldn't want the shading in window 1 to be about diamonds. Well, it isn't. It's from the river. Okay, so even though you can't see the river helps us produce that green shading or pink shading in window 1. So this river is still doing its part in window 1 by providing us with a shading. It also gives us flexibility, because for one of the criterias, or one of the main criterias, is that if you've got to buy, you could have at least one of windows W1 or W2 has to have green shadings. Okay? And then the other criteria is window 4 plus one other of window 3 or window 5, W5, must be green shading. Okay? So in this case, we grab a vertical line, any of these vertical lines, okay? We look down that special candle and we can answer, first of all, the first one would be, did you get a vertical line alert? Yes. Is there a vertical line marking, blue vertical line marking a special candle? Yes. Is there a current red, low red diamond? Yes. And then I'll ask, is at least one of window W1 and W2 green? Yes. And then I'll ask, window 4 plus one other, window 3 and window 5 got green shading? Yes. Place trade. Okay. No place, that means go to step 2. It doesn't ask you, is it in the right zone, does it? Okay, because that was in there, but really sometimes people remembered it, sometimes people didn't. So that created an inconsistent behavior. And for a system to run smoothly, we can't have any inconsistent behaviors. So since over the last 3 or 4 years, I've never been able to rectify that, I decided I better remove it. Okay, so my goal was to remove anything that I couldn't get a consistent behavior to occur. Okay, so, and that's what your postings of pictures and videos and all that does. So even if you don't post, because you didn't post, would indicate to me that you were not confident of the system, which means I had to do something to really just make it so there's no guessing, yeah? And to take away the things that cause you to have a question. Because anytime we go for a question, then we come to the what if, and then it just goes in a downward spiral. Okay, so now the good thing is, once we do have a vertical line confirmed, it tells us that's the lowest point, yeah? A blue vertical line that's confirmed tells us the lowest point. And the other important thing it really tells us, it says, I'm not finished until I get a blue diamond with a dotted line. Okay, I can get lots of other diamonds, which could tell me to take profit because price is going to retrace. And when a diamond comes up, especially one with a dot in it, it will retrace back. Okay, and it can retrace 10 pips, it can retrace 100 pips. The point is, the alert will come and say, hey, I'm a diamond with a dot. In the case of a buy, a diamond with a blue dot would basically say, close the trade because price is going to reverse. On the odd occasion, 10 to 15%, it'll keep going, maybe another 15, 20 pips. But 85%, it'll go the other way and it'll take away your profit. So once again, the rule's there to help you ensure that your balance is always in the positive and growing all the time. Okay, these rules are not there for me, they're for you. Virtually, this template is an electronic version of me because I can't be there in person with you. I have to get a good digital representation of myself that can actually trade with you, yeah, assist you in trading. So if I was next to you, I'd be saying the same thing as this digital software is saying to you, this template, okay? So hopefully you had a good giggle at that one. Now, once we know, and when it's confirmed, that that's the lowest diamond and price can, well, if it's confirmed, then price wants to get to this point here, okay? And you can see along the way, there's lots of little ups and little downs and big ups and medium downs, okay? So I've got 3 diamonds now because you don't have a center line that I says it goes back to the right zone. What I do is I give you some additional diamonds so you can have mini highs, mini lows, and these are the diamonds that don't have a center. That means it's a yellow diamond, no red dot, no blue dot. Okay, they're mini highs. That means their threshold is for the little movements when price is going sideways and consolidating, yeah. And if you're going for a buy and you've got a little mini high and it says it's going to reverse, where is it better for you to enter? At the top diamond where it's a mini high, or take the information that mini high tells you that price is going to go down for a little bit. Maybe it's better if you are going to enter. Either way, you're going to make profit, but one, you're going to go into negative profit before you go into positive profit. Understand? You can go, because you know it's going to go up, you really can enter anywhere. But some places are way better than others. Okay? There's nothing worse than entering a trade in some place like this. You enter there, straight away it goes into negative. Okay? And then you start questioning yourself, is it really going to go up and all that? You know, it's not going to, I mean, is it going to go down? Sorry, and keep going down. Okay? So it causes you to ask questions purely because of timing. So these diamonds allow you to have a little bit of cheat as to a good place to re-enter a trade that's already been confirmed. Okay, so that's what these vertical lines do. Once it's confirmed and it says price has to get a diamond with a dotted line, virtually these are all re-entries, right? Yeah, they are. Okay. But once again, how do we time it so that they're really good? Okay. So let's just, yeah. Okay. So this morning we had a big gap. Okay, the morning open, price went up in Aussie, or is this Aussie? Went up about 68 pips, yeah? That's a pretty good move for like about 3 minutes. Okay, so really it's been consolidating over there. Okay, there's been little opportunities, and you've got a red dot on diamond, so it's a medium threshold diamond, you know, so there's a good chance that at that point is ready to resume to go up. Okay, it's certainly better than say over here, yeah. So it's good to go and have little signs where you can actually time your entry in. Okay, so once again, in this way, you manually mark a vertical line to mark the candle, okay? Because with these diamonds, that once you've got a confirmed vertical line that's been confirmed and it hasn't reached its destination, we need to be able to go and draw a manual one after the diamond, because while the diamond's still going down, it hasn't finished. On the candle after, and the diamond hasn't moved down any further, that's probably going to be a good resting point. Okay, well, we really need to quickly look down and see if window 4 is green. Yeah, because generally when window 4 is green, price is moving up. When it's pink, it's moving down. Okay, notice the little location here. Even if I didn't get a diamond at that stage, if I drew a line there and looked down and I saw window 4 is pink, I would be pretty certain that 80% that price is still going to move down a little bit more before it went up. Okay, so when you get these diamonds that allow you to enter, or to give you a clue where if you were going to re-enter, because remember, once again, you got confirmed way back here the price wanted to keep going up. Yeah, even here, these were re-entries. Okay, the diamond just gives you a clue what's might be a better spot than that. Okay, so the diamond's more just a little landmark that the system can throw you. Okay, so yeah, so this is just a guide. Once again, you can enter anywhere. You can enter halfway. It's just that you just, with those ones there, where you haven't really, you just want to enter, you don't really care about timing, and you don't care about that you might go negative 21 pips before you get your 20 or 30 pips, yeah? But this is just a way for those that, you know, if they can get the drawdown to you know, 5, 10 pips maybe, or 0 pips, they're much happier. So these diamonds allow you to. And the 2 diamonds that you must exit on, is any diamond with a dot. If you're in a buy, if you get a diamond with a blue dot, is generally a good time to don't think about it, close the trade. If it goes up a few pips more, so what? If it has a dotted line, you should have exited anyway. If it didn't have a white line, you'll probably find it will retrace a number of pips and you'll feel, wow, great. And the good news is, if the trade's still looking for a current high or low, or in this case, a current high, you know you're going to get another opportunity to re-enter at a much better price. Yep. Am I going a bit too fast, or does it make sense to you? Yep. So the diamonds are doing a lot more work this time around, yeah? Okay, so once you go to confirm VL, really, the entries are pretty much, if it hasn't got its dotted white line for a buy, that means you can pretty much enter until that diamond comes up with a blue dot and a dotted white line. Okay? All I'm saying is, some places are better than others to enter on. Okay, so virtually there's no need to think it's in the right zone or the wrong zone. You'll get the hang of it a few times if you enter a buy at a blue dot or a mini high, because you'll see it go down in the opposite way and you think, okay, next time I'm going to wait until I get a mini low in this upward movement. Okay, all these little medium and mini lows are really places where you continue back into uptrend, yeah? So they help you to time in a bit more. And just notice at that same time you're going to re-enter. If you're going to re-enter into the buy trade, you really, timing wise, you really like to go and have a shading, green shading window 4. Okay. If I zoom out, you can see why. Okay. So every time window 4 on a confirmed VL is green, what's price doing up in window 1? Going up. Every time it's pink, where price is going up, what's price doing in window 1? Going down. Okay. So window 4 is a very good clue as to, even in an uptrend, when price is actually going the opposite direction or retracing. Okay, and vice versa. So together with the diamonds in window 1, the blank ones, the what we call the mini highs and mini lows that don't have a dot, the medium ones, which are, you know, very strong diamonds. Doesn't mean that the up trade's finished or the buy trade's finished, but it's definitely a place where you should be considered taking profit. And also, when you've got red dot mediums and a buy, they're usually a good place for re-entry into a buy direction, yeah? So diamonds are very good. If you tie that together with window 4, the reason I'm not paying attention to the other shadings is because you already used it to confirm that the blue VL is confirmed, which means the red diamond, current low red diamond is confirmed. And if price hasn't got the current blue diamond, it still wants to get up there. Okay, timing wise, using that information, diamonds and shading in window 4 guide me as to when's the best time to get back into that trade. Good time for a question, because that is a lot of information. Yes? I don't see anything flashing. Okay, so there's somebody there. Chat. Loud and clear. Okay, cool. Yep, glad to see. All right. There's chat. No questions, thanks. Okay, so now always having those additional lines really serves no purpose, because they're doing their job, but they don't have to be seen to be doing their job. Yeah. So virtually, if I put all those things back on, you would get no benefit from it. And I've already seen that, because it causes confusion. Okay, so everything's been reduced, and including the M5 chart, you'll notice that your W1, W2, W3, W4, and W5 are white. You'll notice that the M15 is yellow. So I put that there, so if you're ever confused whether you get the right template on the right time frame, you can look at these colors. W30 has pink, and H1 has green. Okay, they're the four colors. I didn't bother about H4 and daily, because rarely do you guys venture there. Okay, and it's easy enough to tell whether they are H4 or D1 anyway. These are the four main ones that you use. So I've color coded them so that you don't have to look too hard to know whether you've got the right template on the right time frame. Okay, so I know it's only a small thing, but these small things can cause you to lose confidence. Okay, so having something that lets you know straight away, yep, this is the right chart and the right time frame, bang. Okay, so 1 hour, as you can see, this trade for Aussie US really started way back here, yeah? Okay, because we don't have any other distractions, rivers, and a lot of times you see them when there's a big movement, you see the whole river move up, and that really sort of, I presume and assume that at that stage, sort of, oh, you know, you see it moving, and then all the lines changing, and it was below, and then it's suddenly above, you know. Orange line was above the river center, and suddenly this river goes up, and then the orange line's below. Throws you off a bit. So these are little things, like getting rid of the river, or visually not letting you see it, is very beneficial. I've got enough framework, because you've got the default stop levels. Okay, so I don't really need you to go and say measure to the river and all that. I can just, you do step 3 and you'll know exactly where to put your take profits. Yep. Okay, so our current low diamond is there. Okay, and really, when you want to see each movement, all you need to do is go to the dotted line, the last dotted line, and see where it's joined. Okay, it's joined to that blue, so that's current high. Okay, that means price at that stage, if that's current high, at some stage very soon would like to go down. Now, the good thing about a vertical red line appearing, it is actually like the signal to say, hey, we're there. Okay, you can start getting confirmation, and it confirms that the trend is now going to move downwards. So that's the beauty of a vertical line, because once you've got it and you've confirmed it, it says which diamond is which, whether it's a high diamond or a low diamond. And if you've got confirmation, then you know where price wants to go. So you know where it's been, and you know where it's going to go. Yep. So, and because the blue line's confirmed, then it allows you to use all these little mini high and medium diamonds for re-entry into trades. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. So pretty much this the date has got confirmed, 28th of November, and it's, you know, until it started getting the dotted white line to that blue diamond, all wanted to go was up. Yeah. So, and as you can see, just following any of these things there, you know, you had a little mini high, so that means more than likely it's going to give you a little mini low, and after the mini low, it's probably a good time to look for an entry. Yeah. And you're going to look at window 4. So very straightforward way of looking at things. So right now, all I've got from the H1 is that this could possibly be the highest point price for this current high blue diamond. It is the current high blue diamond because it's got a dotted white line. But whether it's finished or not, we can't say 100% because really we'd like to go and see a nice red vertical line come up and have all this nice shading. Then we can say, yes, that's definitely a confirmed high price. Okay, now you can see why a vertical line is so powerful, because it makes you very sure that if that's now confirmed as the highest, you know the price wants to go down. And not only that, it's looking for a specific diamond, a red diamond, and that red diamond is going to tell you it's finished when a white line, dotted line appears. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so from this point, this is a possible going to be the current high blue diamond. But really, apart from that, we can't really do too much more with regards to this. Even looking down there, you see you've got a mixture of pink green. Okay, so I won't go too much more in depth into what could be in that, because really I'll take away things I'm going to talk about next time. The basics are there. Let's have a look at the new document, perhaps. Okay. New share. Okay, you're just going to be going, won't be seeing what I'm doing for a while I select my okay, good. While I get the PDF. Okay, PDF. Let's pick this one. Okay, so you can all see the new PDF, pip harvesting using the Fulcrum. Okay, as the title suggests, pip harvesting comes from Diamond Pip Harvester, where yes, we are using diamonds more often. And once we've got a confirmed VL, we can actually use the diamonds to help us navigate the timely entries. And also for profits. I'll show you the profit side of the diamond, which is a characteristic of the Diamond Pip Harvester. Okay, so step one is pretty much to open a new candle after the special candle has been identified and marked by its vertical line. Where's this? The candle has met vertical line criteria. If yes, do step two. So for a buyer, all we need is current time frame low red diamond has white dotted line, yeah, and at least one of W1 or W2 must have green shading. Third criteria, W4 plus either one of W3 or W5 must have green shading. Okay, if that's all there, you're straight into step two. Step two says criteria has been met, place trade, and use default PDF, the default stock level PDF for step three, and no manual exit. Yeah, and so pretty much step two is placing the trade. Your smiley face will put your stop levels, and then you're doing step three. Step three is marking out all your trade management, which will determine where you drag your stop level to and where you take profit to. Yeah. So you've already been doing place horizontal line or open price to special candle, place horizontal line at the channel line or price is heading to. You still do that, and then we do the stop level. Okay, so we get our crosshair, measure to the channel line, and see whether how many pips that is and what time frame we're on. If we're in a 15 minute, then and pound Aussie, we'd know that it's 30 pip take profit, and the channel say 106 pips. Then our default will then become 106 because the channel's greater, and our profit level one has to be 1 for 1 for that. So stop loss level is going to be 106 pips, then profit level 1 has to have to be 106. Yep. And level 2 is just 100, whatever your stop level distance is, multiplied by 2. Level 3 is just multiplied by 3. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do that. And then, yep, share. Okay, so let's get to something that we can see. All right. 5 minutes. Okay, we'll just do. We can do this one this morning. Okay. So I like to go and mark the vertical line I'm working on. So I put a line on top of it. Okay, open price. Now I get the crosshair. This is a 5 minutes, so it's 10 pips. It's my default. I'll go to the channel, but the channel's 14 pips. So my stop level is going to be 14.1 pips. Okay, that means my take profit is 14.1 pips. Yeah. So they're my 2 lines I'm going to be putting. So channel line is the greater, and okay, on you come. So about there. Okay. If I just want to quickly check, I can always just run my crosshair there. I need to be a little bit higher. Okay. Okay, so that's my profit level 1. Profit level 2 is twice that, so it's 28 pips from open. Okay, that's there. Okay, up there. Sorry, I forgot the first one I did, which would be the channel line. Okay, so the channel line was here. I should have done that one straight after it opened. Okay, so channel line, default, profit 1, profit 2, and profit 3 should be there somewhere. Okay, so it should be 28, 30, 42. Okay. Yeah, close enough. Okay, and that's it. I've got my, you can see all my lines. Yep. Stop level, open price, channel line, then, open price, channel line, then I do my default where my stop level is, and then from there I can work out what my profit 1 is, what my profit 2 is, what my profit 3 is. Okay, so now I've got 1 yellow line, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it, my trade management, yeah? And you can see how things progressed. From there, we got confirmed. So entry points we could have entered there. I mean, we could enter anywhere. We could have entered any of these candles because you don't have a right zone. Okay, I'm just using the diamonds, mini lows, just for entry points. Yeah. So here we go. So at any of those points, at this point, when you have to go higher than that mini high diamond, yeah. And we know it has to go and get a dotted white line to the blue. Okay, so we could aim and put our stop level at number 3. The good news is if it doesn't reach there, what are you going to get? You're going to get an alert to say there's a blue diamond, you should manually exit. So either way, you can't really lose on that, can you? Either it's going to hit that profit or profit free, or if it doesn't quite reach it and it gets a diamond with a dotted line before it, it's going to actually alert you. All right? So I don't think it gets any better than that. Either way, you're going to take profit. It's going to hit your target, or you're going to get told to manually exit. So there's really absolutely nothing, because you've got every single base covered. If you do step by step, you've got every single base covered. Okay. Yeah, I think 3 minutes it's going to be, webinar will be over, and I'll have it all up. Okay, so there's a question. Yay. Well, to answer Gina's question of about LGTMA check 15 at window 4, I really didn't want to go and change all the different, in the previous templates you had windows 2, 3, 4 and 5 in that sequence. I didn't really want to change that in that order, because you might have already started getting used to window 4 being that. Okay, so I try to change as little as I can, remove what does damage or what I believe causes confusion or gives opportunity for interpretation. And really, in trading, there can't be any interpretation. The rules are there because the rules work. Okay, you've got software that's pretty smart, and all you need to do is confirm it. Virtually, you're supervising this software, this robot, who's finding spots based on its information and calculation, and it's actually said, well, based on everything I know that I've been programmed, this is a good place. I just need you, the human, to quickly confirm whether the other confirming criteria has been met. If it is, hey, let's go for it. Because now, once you've confirmed me, I know where I come from and I know where I want to go, and I'm telling you where I want to go. Based on that information, Mr. Human, the world's your oyster. Okay? Now, template and software is great, but it's actually knowing the default stop levels and where to put everything. So you can't do without the template, you can't do without the PDF with the rules and the criteria in step 1, 2, and 3, and you can't do without the default stop levels. The three work together. Okay, so I'm sorry to rush off, but in 1 minute and 42 seconds, this webinar is going to finish, so we can squeeze another question in. But really, it's as easy as that. Okay, so is there a question? I haven't tried for last month, so it's got different look. Old River, green shading in Windows 1. Okay, the shading pretty much is like with all these, Windows 3, 4, and 5, they're actually a relationship that's actually in window 1 that I can see and that I use. Okay, but for that extra relationship that I don't want to put a Windows 6 in here, I can actually display it using the river in window 1. Less than a minute. Okay. Quick. Okay. Okay. And anything I'm missing? So white. White. Okay. So you can see the shading actually comes from the yellow above the white of the river. Based on the settings, I've actually got the river set up. Okay. So yeah. So you can see that really with this, it gives you the flexibility of